Alright guys, welcome back to the Supreme Collector. Today we have the re-release, the reissue of the Black Batman Hush from Mafex. So, I'm back, let's chill out, let's get into this review. So, as we're getting into the video, as always, maybe not as always, but as standard now, we're going to look at the box. And please ignore the glare. I have the lights. I can't do much about it, eh? So, we've got the standard, well, I don't know if standard, right? Because this is a giant box. And I do have the reissue of the Jim Lee Superman. And it isn't as big as this one. But that's because it comes with a base. But we can get into the base and the specifics a little bit later. Oop, there's my hand. So, we've got a nice little image of Batman over here with the cape. It flows a little bit different in the image than it does in real life because of the wiring. But we've got other possible poses with the Batman out here. And this is the top of the box out here. This is figure number 126, the black version, because of course there is a blue one. But it comes with a Bruce Wayne head instead of the base. So yeah, it's nice. It's a big box out here, and we can get into this. Actually, we might as well get into the base first. Let's just put our rat man in there, and it's pretty cool. It's like the edge of a building, you know, classic. It is the corner though, so it's kind of like it would be like this, right? Or if we look at it from this way. So it is pretty cool. There's like these nice little lines in there to show the detail of the cement or the concrete or however it is they make these things. There's different like shadings in the cement, so that's nice, just to give it like a nice little light effect. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the base. Bottom, comes with the regular old Mafex stand, which on its own the hinges are kind of loose, but if you can tighten them up with a screwdriver then you're good. So let's just take a quick look at the figure. Boom, right here, the Batman. Now something I have noticed about the Mafex is, and I guess, you know, it's not anything revolutionary that I'm going to say, because I'm sure other people have said it as well. They don't have a lot of paint. They're not too big in the paint department. So, for the price that you pay for these figures, that's a little bit unfortunate. But we can get into a little more depth. So back to what I was saying about the paint. He's shaded in some areas. Let's just bring this up here for a moment. He is shaded in some areas. Like he's got some shading in the chest a little bit and in the legs. And it is nice. But I feel like they could do a better job. I don't know how to explain it. I know there's this account on Instagram that does like the max versions, I guess that's what he calls them or she calls them. And the shading looks like a lot more well done. But nevertheless, it still looks good. Like he's got some in the shoulders and in the, wow, I was gonna say the other shoulders, but the shoulders, the legs, a little bit in the chest. So it does look good. I know it can look better. And I don't want to be like, hey, Figure Arts does this, because they don't do it either. At least not with the Dragon Ball figures that we've covered on this channel. We know they don't. So maybe it's a price point thing, but I don't know. I feel like for what this is worth, like $90, $95, should be a bit better painted. So that's that. I do really like the figure. I do like the cape. And sometimes this wire comes out from this one. And it is pretty big, so if you're into Batman with big capes, then this might be the one for you if it's still available. But if it's not, then there's always the new Nightfall one coming out. So yeah. As far as how the wire works, it does work nice. I just wish this one wouldn't come out as much. Like, the cape itself doesn't come out, it's just the wire comes out of the chest port a little bit. But it does hold really nicely. And it flows nice too. I wish there was a little one here, because sometimes you'll get the cape spread out and it hangs a bit. So if they had that extra wire, you could get that oomph kind of thing with the cape, so it wouldn't look as I guess droopy. It still looks nice though. And then the last thing I want to mention before I get into the accessories is related to articulation, but isn't, right? And it's the same thing we all know. The joints were tight on this guy, and I applied the silicone shock oil because I had a lot of tightness in the chest piece, specifically the top one, and it had some creakiness in the waist joint. And this leg was particularly tight. And so I've seen that these figures do rip. So I was like, you know what? I have to apply it. And the neck. So overall, it was very tight. The quality control with the tightness of the joints wasn't there, but we were able to take care of it. It was a pretty easy fix. So before I keep going into that, let's get into the accessories. So we're out here looking at Mr. Batman's accessories. So what we're gonna do here is zoom in a bit. So we can see here, he's got one grappling hook. Mine's a little bit warped. It is metal. It's not bendy though. So we've got one that's like unraveled this way, and it attaches to the gun. I'll show you that in a moment. And then we've got a short one. So they're pointy. It is a nice accessory. It's very shiny. It looks metallic. It's beautiful. So, and just real quick, I'll show you this. So it goes into the gun like that, and it just pegs in. So before we get into looking at the hands, we still want to see the angry face. Now when we look at this Batman, to me it doesn't actually scream Jim Lee that much. It just looks like a regular Batman. The one that looks more like Jim Lee actually is the McFarlane one. So, you know, surprising. We've got a curved Batarang, but we've also got a bat-shaped Batarang. So that looks really nice. It actually has the ears on it, which I like. It's like a little bat symbol. So that's cool. And so he's got the two open hands that you can see that he's got right there. We've also got two fists. There you go. They're all matte black, by the way. We have, some of these hands aren't together. So there's another set of fisted hands that he uses to grab the wires of the cape. So that's one of the gun hands. I believe actually these are the ones to, yeah, these are the ones to grab the cape, because you can see they're a little open. There you go. They're like to grab the wire. So this is one of the regular fisted hands, and then this is one of the gun hands. We've got the other fisted hand and gun hand. We've got these two Batarine claws. He's ready to claw people up. Maybe he's fighting some of the League of Assassins. We've got these other, like, trigger-ish hands, or Batarang holding hands, probably. Yeah, or maybe like getting into a Kung Fu stance kind of thing. And these are just the, you know, relaxed hands we got for Batman. Okay, so those are the those are the Batman accessories. Now, let's do the articulation. So let's stick to the head. Right? So up all together, he looks about that far back, including with the neck. He's got a bald peg, and it comes up. The peg's at an angle, so it lets him look up more a little bit. He can do the looking down perfectly, and then he can do the tilt, and it does go around 360 the head. So let's move this cape back a little bit. So we're looking at the shoulder. He's got a butterfly joint that works decently well. It's kind of tight, you can hear, but it's not too tight, so it doesn't freak me out. It's kind of Storm Collectibles tight, a little bit loosened up. We've got this nice shoulder joint that works here. We've got the bicep swivel, isn't too tight. We've got these nice double jointed elbows. We've also got the ball peg wrists. So there's that. Now, oh my gosh. Can you believe how excited I am for this? Check this out, check this out, check this out. Holy crap. It took me $90, but I actually have a Batman that can hinge forward. And, oh brother, he can actually hinge farther forward than he can back. That's amazing. Alright, enough of my sarcasm. You get the running joke. So we finally have it. So that's the death of the joke. It's over. That's it. His legs come out. He's kind of got the old like ball peg joints from the old type figure arts. So he's got the drop down hinge, which I'm not too much of a fan of. The leg does go out. What the hell? Huh. Oh, it goes out about that much. I feel like it would go out more. It kicks out this much forward. We've got double jointed knees. It's not too tight at all. It's actually buttery smooth. We've got hinge. It goes up that far. This much down. The toe hinge. And the ankle rocker. I did forget to mention we got the tread, just like the Hush book, where they kick the hell out of the front page for the Batman. So unfortunately, I don't have the blue one to compare, but I don't think I need the blue one to compare. I think this will be my preferred Batman anyway, just because for me, Batman's always been the black and gray. Like that's the definitive look for me. The other ones are just like, you know, a bonus, not really the way Batman's supposed to look. It's kind of like a variant, the way figures have variants. So we can see him next to Spider-Man there, how he looks. So I'll just bring out some other figures. So let's get our first standard comparison. We got Battinson here. Towers over him really. Different scale to McFarlane Battinson. So let's just get some other figures in for the comparisons. So for our next comparison, we have the Hush Batman, but from McFarlane. And for me, McFarlane captures the way Hush Batman looks better, but this upgraded body, these better articulation points, the accessories, I like this one more. But with that being said, this one captures the Hush image likeness better. And then, you know, what's Batman without Superman, other than the goddamn Batman? But one of these upcoming videos, Jim Lee, Hush Superman. So those are the comparisons. I want to do one more for you guys. Last one. Our recent video that we just finished. Our golden boy, Goku. Wow, I didn't mean golden boy because he's blonde. I just meant because that's, you know, that's the lad. There you go. Those are the comparisons. These guys are in scale. Goku Batman, not Jim Lee Batman from McFarlane, but the other two are, and Marvel Legends as well. They are in scale. So that's been the video, guys. Thanks for coming back. I hope you enjoyed it. Supreme Collector's out. Bye.